Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football. Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. It's the day after. It's 24 hours, or well, not quite 24 hours, but getting there. Nearly 24 hours since Chelsea knocked Real Madrid out of the Champions League semi-final in order to qualify for the Champions League final. Yes, if you'd seen my watch-along, you'd known exactly how I reacted and how it went down and how the nerves turned into jubilation and turned into celebration and we went crazy. And if you see my match review, you'd know exactly what I thought of the whole thing as an event and as an incredible and historical night for Chelsea Football Club, because it's Chelsea's third Champions League final of all time. Manchester City are in their first. Chelsea are reaching their third. We've lost one, we've won one, hoping to win another one now. But because it's 24 hours later, I thought, it's only right that with a cool head and without as much emotion, don't get it twisted, I'm still feeling buzzing. I'm buzzing from it. I really am. And I don't think this is going to go away until the final. I just think that excitement now is going to build until the 29th of May. But we've still got other things to focus on. We've got Manchester City on the weekend. That's going to be a rehearsal for the final. That's going to be away from home as well. So we'll get to see exactly what the fabric of the final is going to feel like. Because Manchester City know that if they beat Chelsea on the weekend, they win the title. Mathematically, it will become done. And Chelsea, if we beat Manchester City, I think it's safe to say top four is in the bag. It would be in the bag at that point because there wouldn't be hardly any games left and a nice cushion of at least 6 points. So, it's all in our favour. It's all in our favour. We'll see what goes down. But after that, we've got the FA Cup final to think about. We've got to play against Arsenal. We've got to play against Leicester in the league as well. We've got to play against Villa. And we have the Champions League final. So there's only 6 games left of the season. But they're all big. They're all big. So we've still got to focus. And we've still got to keep our concentration on the ball. But I thought it's only right that I speak about one man here. And one man and his influence. And I mentioned him in my review yesterday. Thomas Tuchel. And just the work. The work that he has done since he's come in. And more importantly, yesterday. Let's focus a bit on yesterday's game against Real Madrid. Because let's have it right. Despite the emotion, despite the nerves, despite, during the game we were crapping it. We were crapping ourselves and we were all thinking, oh my God, maybe Real Madrid might score. When you look back at it, they really wouldn't have scored. They really weren't going to score anyway. We had them figured out. We had them absolutely figured out. Real Madrid were left with nothing. And it wasn't a case of Real Madrid playing badly or Real Madrid not doing what they set out to do. They just didn't have an answer. They just could not get through. Tactically, the detail that Thomas Tuchel managed to adhere to was unbelievable. Just absolutely unbelievable. He's got every single player in a certain role, carrying out certain instructions. And together, the cohesion is unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. He leaves no corner unturned. He carries every single little bit of detail that needs to be acknowledged. He does it. And it's crazy. Thomas Tuchel has absolutely bewildered me. I promised myself that I would not get emotionally attached to another manager. I promised myself that. Thomas Tuchel right now is making that very difficult. Very, very difficult. I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't felt as excited about a manager and his work since prime Mourinho. That's the impact that Thomas Tuchel's brought in. And to know that he's not an interim. It's not like Di Matteo. It's not like, we know he's an interim, he's just here for a certain amount of time and then he's off. Tuchel is our manager. It's as simple as that. And he might get a contract extension at the end of the season. And then beyond that, he might get another contract extension. He might get a renewal. He might be here for the long run. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. It's Chelsea Football Club. We'll see what happens. But right now, Thomas Tuchel's absolutely bewildered me in just such a short amount of time. Some of the players that he's got playing in such a way. Let's acknowledge some players here. Rudiger. Unbelievable what he's turned Rudiger into. He's turned Rudiger into one of the best centre-backs in world football. And I'm not even going crazy or over the top here. I'm speaking fact. Rudiger, as far as I'm concerned, Rudiger right now is one of the best centre-backs in world football. You know, you can't really put much against him right now. You can maybe say, aside from Chelsea, Marquinhos of PSG, top centre-back, 26 years old, I'd have him in an instant. But I look around and I just think, who else? You know, there's question maybe Van Dijk, but he's been injured for the season. We don't know what he's about now. It's unbelievable. You look at the way he's managed to get Christensen to play. Look at that. Turned into prime Maldini. You look at, I'm going to get to one player in a sec. Let's talk about Jorginho. Look at Jorginho. Jorginho, who, when he first came to Chelsea under Maurizio Sarri, he was getting all the grief because, you know, Jorginho was Sarri's son. It's crazy how there's always a son to a manager. It's unbelievable. It's funny, Tuchel doesn't actually have a son, which might be a step in the right direction. But Jorginho, you look at the way that he was acknowledged by the fan base, and then all of a sudden, step by step, he's managed to turn everyone in support. Everyone in support of him. And now you look at yesterday and the performance he put in and all the other games this season, Thomas Tuchel has Jorginho playing as a fundamental player of the way that Tuchel wants us to play. It's as simple as that. When we play out of the back, Jorginho is key. And now you look at the way Jorginho is playing, that is the Jorginho that Sarri wanted when Sarri was here. But he didn't get that. And, you know, some would say maybe we should have trusted the process. It's led us to this moment, and right now we have Jorginho playing as an absolute maestro. Let's look at N'Golo Kante. Kante. The guy is a machine. He's a machine. I'm going to say something now. And if it doesn't happen, it's an injustice, not just to Kante, not just to Chelsea, but to football. Kante needs to win the Ballon d'Or. I'm saying that now. Kante needs to win the Ballon d'Or. There's no two ways about it. Just because you've scored the most goals, it doesn't mean that you are the best player on earth. Right now, Kante, for me, is one of, if not the best footballer on the planet. And you can, you know, bring any name. Yes, there's Mbappe. Yes, I'm not even going to stick Erling Haaland into that equation just yet, because he's had one season where he's been banging in goals. But can he continue that? You need continuity. You need consistency to be considered for a Ballon d'Or. You need to be at the highest level every season. Kante, since he walked into Leicester Football Club, has just been a different level. And right now, where earlier on this season, there were doubts about him, there were doubts about N'Golo Kante and whether he was going to recuperate, whether he was going to come back to the level that everyone knows that he can hit. And he's exceeded it. He has exceeded it. He's come back and he's gone further. At 30 years old, he's gone further. Again, how Thomas Tuchel uses him. Tuchel just knows how to get the best out of everyone. You know, it's unbelievable. Mason Mount, another one. Mason Mount, everyone thought, Lampard's gone now. Mount's in trouble. And I had a worry of that when Tuchel walked in. I thought maybe Mason Mount's not going to be played as much. Player of the season. You know, and yesterday's goal, I'm sure, had done so much for him in terms of personal development, in terms of his confidence, in terms of what he's achieved as a player at such a young age at the club that he's grown up at. Mason Mount, and he's got the Euros to look forward to. Hopefully he can wrap up the FA Cup, the Champions League, and go off to the Euros. You know, link up with Phil Foden, and let's see what England can do. But Mason Mount, absolutely instrumental. But again, Thomas Tuchel knows how to use him. We didn't see Mason Mount like this under Lampard. Yes, he was being selected. Yes, Lampard trusted him, and rightfully so. Now we look at it, yes, he had something right. But he still did not use him how he should have been used. And the proof is in the pudding. Look at how Tuchel's using him. He's taken him to another level. In the space of 5 months, he's taken him to another level. Mason Mount is now not just Mason Mount from the academy. He's Mason Mount, first name on the team sheet. You know, it's unreal. It's absolutely unreal. And you look at his game, how direct he is, his technicality now, his bravery has increased. There's one thing that I saw yesterday in Mason Mount, the amount of times that he saw himself in good positions and he was calling for the ball. No fear, zero fear. Constantly going, I'm here. Look at the goal and go and look back. He was screaming at Pulisic, going, Chris. Gives it to him, smashes it in, 2-0, Chelsea are in the final. Absolutely unbelievable. You look at Kai Havertz and his resurgence. There were doubts about whether Kai Havertz was going to have a good season. And especially after what he went through. You look at how he's playing now. That is the £70 million player we bought from Bayer Leverkusen. That is it. That is Mr. Kai Havertz. He has arrived. He has arrived. Let's even put Timo Werner in the equation. Yes, he's missed a lot, but the faith that Tuchel has shown in him, and he's played well. He's played well, and I've said it. I've said it. Look, if he scores against Madrid, if he scores against Courtois, I'm forgiving him. And he's done that, so I'm going to forgive him for every miss, right? We start a clean slate with Timo Werner. It's as simple as that. And you can just go to every single player. You can go to every single player. You can look at Azpilicueta and his consistency. Azpilicueta, for me, is going down as a Chelsea legend. He is going down in the same class as Didier and Lamps and JT and Cech and all of them. Has to. He came at the same transfer window that Eden Hazard came in. And he's just maintained that consistency. He's just been serious. You never hear a scandal about him. He always gives 120%. He managed to get himself to become captain. He took the armband from JT, Gary Cahill, and when they went, Azpilicueta ran with it. And you look at him now. He's on the brink of winning the Champions League, lifting that trophy, and it would just be absolutely immense as he begins to enter his 30s. It would be fantastic for Azpilicueta to win those trophies, and he deserves it. He really deserves it. He's been fantastic. He has been Mr. Chelsea since Mr. Chelsea left, you know. Azpilicueta going down as a legend. But again, Thomas Tuchel sticks him at right wing back and we see the best out of Azpilicueta. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Every single player. And there are players I haven't mentioned. You know, Thiago Silva. We know what we're getting with Thiago Silva. You look at some of the other lads. You look at Reece James, for example. It's Hudson-Odoi and the way that he's used him at the start of the season. And it's just Kovacic. Yeah, so many names there, you know. Ziyech is a question mark at the moment. We still don't know what Ziyech we're getting, but there have been moments this season where he knows where to throw him in. And that's the thing with Thomas Tuchel. He knows exactly what player to use in what situation. And this is why I'm not worried. I've seen a few question marks about Ziyech, and I've seen some doubts from a few of you saying, he's going, he's leaving. No, he won't. He won't. Remember this. He will be here next season. He will be here next season. Now, should he go? I can't say, you know, it would be wrong or right if he stayed or if he left. Because right now, when you look at a team, for example, that put in a clinic against Real Madrid like yesterday, I mean, how are you dropping any of these lads? It's difficult. And that's going to be hard for a player like Ziyech to just come back into the team. But again, you trust Thomas Tuchel because Tuchel likes to work with a squad. And Tuchel likes to work with certain players in certain situations against certain opponents. And he just makes it work. And that's the beauty of Thomas Tuchel. Absolutely fantastic. So it's only right we acknowledge the work that Tuchel has done since he's coming to Chelsea Football Club. He's been an absolute diamond, an absolute gem. And after the game yesterday, with all the fans outside of Stamford Bridge, it was nice to see him come out of his car and give a little fist bump with the fans in order to celebrate. It just shows he has that connection now. He has that connection not just with his players, but the club and us fans. We love him. We love him. We love Thomas Tuchel. We absolutely love Thomas Tuchel. He's been a blessing since he's walked into Chelsea Football Club. And he's beaten every single manager that he's put in front of him. Pep, Klopp, Mourinho, Zidane, Poch. Has he beaten Poch? I think he has. Everyone. Name a manager, he's beaten him. And not just that. All the managers I've just mentioned to all of you, they haven't even scored a goal. They haven't even scored a goal against Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea. It's outrageous. It's just outrageous. It should be illegal at this point. And the one thing that we have to look at is next season, when you give Thomas Tuchel a transfer window in the summer, when you give Thomas Tuchel a pre-season, what Chelsea are going to come out competing for the Premier League title next season? It scares me. It scares me in a good way. Everyone else should be looking over their shoulder and thinking, oh my God. But we'll see how we finish this season first, and then I think that will be the statement made going into next season. The other thing that I want to let you guys know before I wrap up is the whole Eden Hazard scandal. Eden Hazard is under huge scrutiny in Madrid right now. Every single Madrid fan and media and whatever is associated to Real Madrid, I think, wants his head on a stick. Because he was seen not celebrating, but it looked like celebrating, Agent Hazard. He was seen laughing with Zuma and Mendy and having jokes and bants immediately after full time. And I can understand Real Madrid's point there. Because if it were me, if it were one of our players after a Champions League semi-final where we had just been knocked out, you know, I'd be gutted. I'd be absolutely distraught. And to see one of my players like that, well, not celebrate. I keep saying celebrate. Maybe Hazard wanted us to win. maybe. Maybe he did it on purpose. Maybe he wants out from Madrid. Who knows? But to see one of my players do that and laugh and I understand Eden Hazard with his old teammates, with his old colleagues and all of that. And I can understand where he's coming from. I can also understand where the Madrid fans are coming from. And I think it was just a bit naive of Hazard to do that publicly in front of the cameras. It'd be best to go into the tunnel, go into the Chelsea dressing room if you want, mate, and have bants. You can come in, have a drink, celebrate with us if you want, mate. It's as simple. Just don't bring Thibaut in. But anyway, I understand his view and I understand Madrid's view. Very, very naive of Hazard to do. But because of that, they want him gone. There's loads of Madrid fans, and we saw the flipping Spanish Real Madrid unofficial TV channel. I don't know what it was. And they've got a YouTube channel as well, where it looked like the beginning of a mafia movie with the host doing this to the camera and just saying nothing. And there was some really dramatic background music going on, like Don Corleone was about to walk in and shoot up the place. It was crazy. And then he just starts talking in a very deep mafia voice and Hazard. It was crazy. It was like something out of a mafia movie. But he did say in Spanish that Hazard should not stay at this club for a second more. They want his head on a stick. They want him gone. Unbelievable scenes. So we'll see what goes up at Real Madrid. It looks like the place is imploding, not just with Eden Hazard, but Real Madrid being knocked out. There's rumours about some of their players now having to go. There's Perez and the fact that the Super League didn't happen, and now we've kicked him out of the Champions League, and it's just Real Madrid are a mess, absolute mess. And we done it. Yeah, we done that to Madrid. So I'll leave that. I'll leave the video on that note. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below in regards to your experiences. Thomas Tuchel, what you think of him, some of the players, Real Madrid, Hazard and the scandal. Let me know. I'd love to hear it. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you did enjoy this video. I'm sure you did because we're through to the final. So smash the like button. Much appreciated. And I'll see you tomorrow for the match preview to Man City versus Chelsea. Champions League final rehearsal. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one. Look after yourself. See you then. Take care. And peace.